social gyms that we already go to. We're sitting outside in the parking lot and I'm feeling very intimidated. I was telling babe that my stomach was turning the whole way over here because it does really feel like the first day of school. Do you have anything you want to say?
No. I'm also pretty nervous.
Yeah.
A few moments later.
So update. We loved the gym. I loved it. What did you think?
I thought it was cool.
You thought it was cool?
Yeah, I liked it.
They have really cool equipment. The reason why this all started is because I wanted to go to a gym that focuses on strength. We've been messing with the idea of kind of like training like power lifters. Now it's just a matter of if we're going to make a budget for it. So we're gonna go home, we're going to talk about it, and then I will let you guys know what we end up doing. But right now we are sitting outside of Crumbl because I really wanted some Crumbl. We're on a date, did we say that?
We did not say that.
We're on a date, and this is our version of a date. So the magic has arrived. Bam! I don't care what anybody says. I don't think Crumbl is overhyped at all. So we got the dirt cake one. We got the strawberry cake one. This one, this is what I came for. This is what I've been thinking about for the last 3 days. And then this is banana bread. So I'm going to start with this one. Which one are you going to start with?
Probably the strawberry cake.
Okay. See you guys later. Good morning. Here is today's outfit. I have my Antisocial Moms Club hoodie. Down here is the Real Power Kakashi Sensei. And then I am wearing these from Old Navy. I just need to put my shoes on, get my supplements ready, which pre-workout and water, my headphones, and we are ready to go. I actually got here today before the gym opened, and I just am sitting in the parking lot awkwardly.
I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling. Phone and progression, it's all that I wanted. The phone and affection, I summon and dub it. Cause I got problems on problems on problems on problems on problems on problems. I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. Left on my blessings, I feel like I'm falling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm garbage, I'm going through something, that's why I ain't calling.
Hello? Hi! 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 Bye! Bye! Good morning, everyone. I'm literally wearing the exact same outfit from my last leg day.
Except I'm on my period today.
And I feel like crap, so we will go from here. I'm running late, okay? And I didn't want to go to the gym in the first place because I'm on my dot, the start of my dot, and I don't know if you're like me, but whenever I get my period, the second day is the worst. Also, I'm putting my supplements in my water before we go. Ghost Pre and Buff Chicks Creatine.
A few moments later.
Hello, my fearless friends. Welcome back to episode 2 of my pre-series. If you're watching this video, this is part 2 to my pre-series of prepping before setting out on a body transformation journey. My name is Natalie. I am 28 years old and my channel is all about my search for mental clarity and everything in between. I'm currently trying to figure out how to balance my eating disorder recovery from binge eating disorder and orthorexia with my goal body composition, but also my strength goals. In the last video, I talked all about how I am planning to take care of my mind when it comes to setting out on this body transformation journey. This time, I wanted this video to focus solely on how I am planning to take care of my body with this journey. One of the reasons that I developed an eating disorder was because I didn't have a good relationship with my body. So I'm going to talk about what I used to do and how I'm going to approach it this time differently to hopefully maintain a good positive relationship with my body, because even though I am not there yet, I've at least gotten to a point where I feel a little bit more sense of body neutrality.
There's body neutrality.
Which is what?
Body neutrality is like, I'm just happy to be in my body, like, period. Like, I wake up, I'm on my podcast, pretty big deal. I interviewed 𝗿𝗲𝗹𝗁𝗁𝗍, and she said, I can't lie to myself. Like, I just want to wake up and know that my body is surviving and working. I'm not going to lie and say, like, thick thighs, I love you. And that also is very honest. And I think that that's the most important thing, is that you're being honest to yourself. You're being honest to the people that you're speaking to.
And that's really important for me to keep, because when I can stay in that safe zone of body neutrality, I feel like it helps me to feel safer when it comes to honoring my eating disorder recovery. Right now, it feels like it's almost a reflex to walk by every mirror and just kind of take a look at my stomach, take a look at my butt, take a look at whatever I can see. And it's never from a place of, damn, I look good. It's more from a place of like,
ugh, look at this here, look at this there.
Maybe instead of saying things negatively, I can approach it with affirmations. Maybe it's an easy way to provide affirmations to my body. I think the biggest change that I've noticed between Natalie from 2011, who started lifting, to Natalie from 2023, is that I used to almost not think of my body as something that's sacred. And what I mean by that is now, and maybe it's only because I went through pregnancy, maybe it's because I'm recovering through like injuries, I'm getting older. I think because of those things, I can say that my body is sacred now. It has carried me through some of the hardest times in my life. Now, my body is able to keep up with my toddler that never gets tired. Jude, how does Blue's Clues go? I think it's a beautiful thing now that I can recognize is like, yes, my body has shifted in so many different ways, but regardless of how I treated it, because I would argue that not until this year was I able to care for my body in a loving way, even after all of the abuse that I put it through, it was still able to show up for me. And so I think the biggest thing that I would want to do this time is to continue to take care of it, because I didn't take care of it before. I realize now that it's a big thing to be able to be able-bodied. It's time to show respect to my body for being able to carry me through everything. Because I'm thinking of longevity, I also want to be able to take care of it so that it can continue to carry me. I am going to approach this keeping my body's longevity in mind, but also looking at my body from a place of love, because it deserves it. Another big thing that's going to be different this time around, that is going to help me honor my body, is to make sure that I honor my hunger and satiety cues.
Back in the day,
when I was dieting, I would eat even if I wasn't hungry to hit my protein goal, and then I would starve if I was over carbs, if I was over fat, if I was over my calories, I would not eat. And I think that that was a very vicious cycle for me. When I went into recovery, I had to learn how to eat without having the guidelines of macros, and that was really tough for me because I didn't know what it was to eat intuitively anymore. I didn't know how to eat without following my macros, and I don't want to put myself in that position again. What's going to be different this time is I'm not just going to eat to hit a target, even though I am going to be following targets, and I'm not going to go to bed hungry because I love myself, I love my body, and I respect myself enough to make sure that I'm able to feel full and satisfied by the end of the day, but also keeping in mind my goals. It almost seems like those two thoughts are impossible in my head, and I know that that is the eating disorder behaviors coming into play, telling me that it's not possible to do both things at once, but I know that it's possible because I've been doing it this far. In order to make sure that I'm aligning with my goals and also honoring my recovery, I'm going to make sure that I set an alarm for every 4 hours to make sure that I don't go 4 hours without eating. At the very beginning of my recovery, I was working with an eating disorder registered dietitian, and he helped me to basically wean off tracking macros and learn how to eat intuitively. And one of the first things that we implemented was to make sure that I had an alarm to remind me when it was time to eat, because again, I didn't have any hunger cues because I had basically shoved them down for so long that my body didn't, it was almost like my body couldn't tell me that I was hungry, or mentally I was telling my body not to remind me when I was hungry. Now, this is kind of going to the other side where it's more focused on the body recomposition, the building of muscle. I'm going to prioritize protein and fiber. And I know if you are anywhere on fitness, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, it's always protein, 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 protein. Yeah, protein is important, but if you eat too much protein and not enough fiber, you're gonna get backed up. I am going to plan my meals around protein and fiber and then fill in the rest with carbs and fats, lots of fruits and veggies, and more water. One thing that I've always said is sleep, sleep, sleep. And I think it's so funny looking back now that I would always preach about how important sleep is to make
gains
when I was sleeping very bad. I am not in my early 20s anymore. I could never do that again. And after going through the newborn phase, I value sleep so much. So all of that to say, I'm going to try to prioritize sleep. I want to hit at least 6 hours of sleep every single day and average that at the end of the week. This is another aspiration of mine. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it because by the time that I lay my baby down for bed, I'm exhausted. But on the days that my husband is gone on shift, I would like to do some yoga just to take care of my body, just to stretch. I know that the reason behind lots of my pain that is reoccurring is because I don't stretch enough and I don't focus on mobility enough. So what better way to do it and to listen to what my body needs than to take some time to slow down and just move in a different way than just like very
hard
lifting workouts. With that being said, we talk again about longevity. My body is so important to me, and I feel like I almost had an epiphany once my daughter was born and I realized that it was a blessing to just be able to carry her for long periods of time. It's a blessing to be able to sit on the floor with her without any discomfort, to play with her. Excuse me, ma'am. I need to speak to a manager. It's a blessing to be able to run after her. And I want to be able to continue to do that for as long as I possibly can. So in order to do that, I need to make sure that I'm almost like maintaining my body. That means that I'm always going to do warm-up cardio and I'm always going to do some stretching. Again, I'm going to try to incorporate more yoga and mobility into my routines, just so that I'm caring for my body before and after putting it through something strenuous. Like why am I not already doing it, you know? These are basically all of the things that I would tell my friend to do in order to take care of herself throughout this next journey that she's gonna set out to do. And the truth is, I am my own friend. Just trying to keep that in mind throughout this whole process is going to be very helpful, because it's going to help me to honor my boundaries and to make sure that I don't put myself in a sketchy situation when it comes to recovery. This is probably going to be the last video before the actual series starts. I'm still excited, even though my life is crazy right now. I'm excited to see what I can do when I dedicate myself to something like this, like I have in the past, and to share it with you guys. I trust myself, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, if you got this far into the video, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting down below, sharing with a friend if anything that I spoke to resonated with you. I'm excited to bring you guys along on this journey. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys are staying fearless, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.